That was Kel's suggestion to put down a yoga mat. We're going to try that tonight. I'm doing my stand-up desk tonight, which I have not done. I'll record some videos here from time to time, but I haven't done a lot of streaming from this position for a while, ever since I had my fall a few months back. I've done a few, but it usually starts to irritate my nerve injury, so we'll see how it goes. But I've been sitting all day, so I wanted to stand up for a bit, and I went for a longer run today. I felt pretty good this morning, but I'm still having tightness. It's getting old. What's up, Fudgy Muffin? I'm starting a little earlier tonight than I had planned. I'm supposed to be doing this at 6 p.m. Central, but we have a massive storm rolling in. It looks like around, it could be between 4 p.m. and like 8 p.m. So to avoid the power getting knocked off, you know, at like 7:45 or something, as we're an hour and a half into a stream or something, I figured I would start early and we'll go for a few hours, and then hopefully I don't have a power outage issue. But it is supposed to storm in a bit, so Chris is on the lookout. It's 3:30 in the afternoon my time, so I am about an hour and a half earlier than I was going to start. But theoretically, if there's no power outages, it means we also get an extra hour and a half of time, right? Is that how the math works? Fudgy Muffin says, I got a finger injury, also damaged nerve. Nerve injuries are no fun. I did not have fun with mine. Alright guys, here's what we're doing tonight. I've yet to do the River Hobbit starting area. So, we're starting a brand new character on Legendary. And for the next little bit, I don't know how many streams this will take. I will also be doing some in-between sessions offline for the Let's Play episodes. So we'll be streaming tonight and every Monday night for the foreseeable future, Lord of the Rings Online Legendary. And then these episodes will get cut into 30-minute chunks for YouTube. So right now we're on YouTube and Twitch streaming. Be a big stream, hopefully 3 hours. At least 2. But if you're watching this after the fact, this is going to become its own series because I have not seen the River Hobbit starting area yet. So I figured that would be great. I've been told this goes to like level 20 or level 30 or something, so we're going to dive in and take a look. I did make my Burglar the other night. Last night, I believe. I recorded a video about that as well to premiere this. And I logged a character in, and I was immediately struck by how freaking amazing this new area looks. Like, I love the Shire. Yonder Shire looked really cool. It was definitely better because these guys have grown their, they've grown with the tech. So the engine is the engine, but the newer stuff definitely looks better than the older stuff in terms of the world building. And I gotta say, running around here last night, I'm a big fan. Like, it's purty. And there was fog. The video I recorded to promo this had a bunch of fog and everything else in here, so looking forward to exploring this area. And on the map, for those who are wanting to know, we're out of a little town called Lindleby in an area called the Wells of Langflood. Just down the road, we've got the Lindleby homesteads, which will be the housing. There's an area down here called Sundergrot. There's Framsburg, Mist Hollow, Floodfells, Limlock. Then down here goes to the Vale of Anduin. Up here goes to Elderslade, and then to Arid Mithrin. And if we back out just a little bit more, it shows the Wells of Langford right up here on the eastern side of the Misty Mountains, just west of North Workwood on the river, just north of the Bjorning lands. If you've ever done a Bjorning starting character, you'll be familiar. We might turn the music up just a little bit. I kind of like the sound of this new stuff. If the music gets a little too loud for the stream, we'll tone it back down. What's up, BHD? quite enjoy that. Talk to your friend Valeric Tuca among the peaceful homes of the Hobbit land. Your good friend Valeric Tuca can hardly believe that you have made the decision to leave. For untold centuries, the humble folk, known to themselves as the Hobbit land, have lived peaceful lives among the hidden dells of the Mist Hollow. Now, one of their number seeks to leave the safety of Lindleby in search of adventure. We are going to vibe to the music tonight a little bit, guys. Been waiting for some LOTRO, you said? My TikToks got you into it. Wow, okay, cool. My TikTok videos for Lord of the Rings Online have done fairly well. It's an interesting thing because my TikTok is something I've been doing for about... I've had the account for like 4 years, but it was mostly I just used it for my jokes to send to my brother and my wife. And just to be entertained. I like the content on TikTok. And then I finally started producing some homestead stuff on it last year. And then this year I think January, maybe, I started using it for work. So I try to post at least one a day, if I could do more. It's usually just one a day. And it's usually just a clip of whatever I put out as a YouTube short, double post it. I'm also putting them up on Instagram Reels for the last month, which I haven't done forever. But I figured why not? Or Facebook Reels. I forgot Instagram today, didn't I? I did. That's how little I use it, or have used it in the past. But for some odd reason, yeah, the LOTRO stuff on TikTok has hit it off. That one video is up to like 108,000 views, which is pretty impressive. Yeah, getting up into territory because I got some 100,000 plus stuff on YouTube, but TikTok is working. That's a perfect promotional, by the way, for everybody. If you're following along tonight, I do have a TikTok account. If you want to follow along, I use it equally with YouTube for the shorts because it does bring people in. This music is awesome, guys. I went ahead and did it on Angmar Fudgy, so I'm on the legendary. We're just gonna hang on, guys. We're just gonna vibe for a minute. This is good stuff. I like this. We are going to bring that down just a tad. You guys can let me know how the volumes are as we move deeper in. I cannot believe you have truly decided to leave us, Telebar. I know we've spoken about this possibility for many years, but well, I must admit I always thought I would be the first person of the Hobbit land, living memory to leave this hidden vale, and the first to return. You tell Valeric that he is welcome to accompany you, and to his credit and his surprise, he almost considers it. But he ultimately shakes his head. Oh, no, he stammers at last. It's a big world out there, they say, and I do not think I'm quite ready to see it. But you're the tallest among us, and grew for the longest. If any of us have the courage to leave Mist Hollow, I believe you are the one. BHD says I've been watching my YouTube Ultimate Guide 2 for LOTRO. That one's a little old though. That one's probably a year and a half old. Maybe I did one last year. I don't remember. It should hold up for most stuff. I think the things I haven't covered would be like the addition of River Hobbits and all the stuff with Umbar. I haven't really covered the game since Umbar. That was the last time I played. So that's about a year ago, maybe. I think was the last time I logged in to do stuff. Alright, we need to meet with Heldrick Tukathas as the sun rises. Telemar is leaving for good. Uh-oh. What? Cough, gas, cough. Oh, the lights just turned on. That was cool. What's that? What did you say? Here comes Madelgard. What's all this ruckus? I've told you again and again to pace yourself with the pipe, Eldrick. I may have overindulged before we started the stream. Just a little bit. Telemar, how can I help you? Let's pause for a moment. I gotta check these outfits out, guys. So these are river hobbits. I love the pouches. The green cloak around his shoulders. That's really well done. I like this. His girdle. You've got a simple dress, flower embroidery on the back, and you have an absolutely amazing outfit that I want for some form of like lore master. That is a druid outfit if I ever saw one. Oh my god, can I have a Hobbit minstrel with this outfit? Oh my goodness, that reminds me of my moon druid in Baldur's Gate 3. Her hair's pretty cool too. This is pretty cool. Alright. Talk to Madelgard. So what's gotten my Heldrick all in a bother, Telemar? And I've not seen Valak this excited since Gisela accidentally doubled the recipe for her famous pie fillings. But to speak honestly, that was quite a day for all of us. You tell Grandmother Maddie that the time has finally arrived for you to leave Lindleby, see the wider world, and have an adventure. She nods silently and taps you on the nose. It was bound to happen sooner or later, dear Telemar. You've always been different, in your very own way. More outgoing than the rest of us, more curious about what lies beyond the mist-shrouded dells. Taller, too. The blood of the ancient Hobbit land is very strong with you, I've always said. Haven't I, Heldrick? Oh, he stopped listening to me, that old goat. You cannot leave without saying goodbye to your neighbors. It would not be proper. Alright, I need to talk to some people. Talk to Ogiva Tuka down the hill. Talk to Vilihad on the path to the south. Talk to Irma Tuka near the base of the hill. Let's see here. All right. I'm just double checking that YouTube is synced up so that it's synced up with Streamlabs, because sometimes it gets cranky about Streamlabs. And I can miss stuff. Alright. Down the path we go. You sent me a clip to a song, Fudgy Muffin? Copy that. Here's the fog, guys. This is what I was talking about at the beginning. When I logged in earlier today, the fog and cloud cover was in place. This makes this look completely different. It's such a cool looking little veil. Alright, this is Ogiva Tuka. You're up early today, Telemar. Are you planning to? Ogiva's cheerful words trail away into nothing, and her amiable expression is replaced with one of shock. It's the day! I knew it! I told Vilahad you were finally going to go out and set on your wanderings, and sure enough, I was right. I didn't know it'd be this morning, perhaps not exactly, but I have known for a while that you were planning for just a journey. It's terribly exciting. You'll go and make us proud, see if you don't. Tell Augie you will miss her. Okay. It's a big world out there, I just know it. So it leads you down the path from the starting area. There's some nice little hobbit homes. Look at these river hobbit homes. So cool. Didn't we tour your river hobbit home, Fudgy Muffin somewhere on the channel. I think there's a video somewhere in the playlist. Maybe like 8 months ago or something. Today's the big day then. Always been telling me you're soon to set on an adventure or another, and I figured it really wasn't our business. I can't imagine leaving Lindleby, but I suppose every one of us is different after all. And you must be careful out there beyond Mist Hollow, Telemar. Who knows what dangers you might run into. The shrews are always getting into my crops and spoiling my lettuce, and I expect there are larger, more dangerous creatures out in the wide world. Giant shrews, I wouldn't doubt it. Alright, Villhead has never had much in the way of imagination. What's over here? Is this the way to the homesteads? Yeah, that's the way to the homesteads. I vaguely remember this because I remember riding in here when I came to check out the home. Ermatuka. I can't believe you're really leaving us. Emma wipes away a tear. Is it Emma or Irma? Hang on. I think it's Irma, not Emma. It looks weird on this monitor, so if I go down and look at it on the actual laptop monitor, it looks like Irma, but here it looks like an M for some reason, where it's coming through the Elgato capture card. That's weird. You tell her you are certain to return to Lindleby when you can, after you have seen what lies beyond the distant ridges on the horizon. The mountains are awfully tall to be climbed in one of the Hobbit lands, she says. I know Valric says our people went that way once, but he says a lot of things. So this is... They're talking about the hobbits who went over the mountains thousands of years ago. That's really cool, you know, blending in some of the other branches of hobbits that are briefly mentioned at the beginning of the Fellowship of the Ring. The About Hobbits section. We covered that quite a bit in Mondays in Middle-earth when we did that show. Alright, you promised Irma that one day you'll be back. See, it's clearly an R here. Odgertuka. You're really leaving Lindleby in search of adventure? Well, goodbye, I guess. See you when you return. And oh, you should say goodbye to Croaker, too. He's simply the best frog friend anyone's had. You know he is. Definitely need to say goodbye to Croaker. Where has Croaker gone? You hear Croaker's worried croaking continuing from the southwest. There he is. Oh, got some goblin snoopers. You found Croaker, but you also found a troop of snooping goblins. It's a place in the valley, isn't it? All we got to do is clear out the current residents. The Hobbitland of Lindleby arrived, drawn by the sound of the goblins. I hear they ask, is this all of you lot? What to do? What to do? I say, we name this place Goblin Valley. What you say, boys? No one can stop us from taking it. Welcome to Goblin. Ah! Oh, that was awesome. Frickin' eagle. Fangland. How wicked. What seems to be the problem, small ones? Oh, fucking eagle. I think YouTube and Twitch both are blocking links, Fudgy. I get way too much spam, so I just have all the links turned off by default. I know you shared it to me on Discord. BSC Vibes just subscribed over on Twitch. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. I can't believe we got an eagle in here. Well, I should bow politely. I saw the goblins from high above, Telemar, but I saw something else as well. I saw you bidding farewell to your folk, and I knew your mind. I have known what you intended for several weeks now, and have kept watch upon your steps. I hope you do not mind. This is playing out like a really cool, like, old 70s anime Lord of the Rings feature. I bet my nephew would love this. By the way, my brother sent me a text message last night at like 8 o'clock or something while Chris and I were watching Dexter, and said that my nephew was like, Dad, I don't have anything to read. I finally finished all my books from the library and I don't have anything else. And they just moved into their new place recently. And my brother has all his books up on his bookshelf now, including some of my books, which is awesome. But I've got a bunch of books that I've given him over the years too, like the Tad Williams Memory, Sorrow, and Thorn series. But I got him started on collecting the Dragonlance novels maybe a year ago, 2 years ago. He read through like the first, I don't remember how many. But I guess my nephew went downstairs last night, yesterday afternoon, and was looking at things like, what can I read? What can I read? And he's like, what about these, Dad? And he found the first Dragonlance books. Dragons of Autumn, Twilight, the original trilogy that Weiss and Hickman wrote back in, 81, 82? It's like Empire Strikes Back, but fantasy. It's so awesome. And my brother was like, you're like 10 years old. I think you can handle it. So he is off on an adventure this weekend, or this week, I should say. He started his adventure this weekend. But he's going to be reading the original Dragonlance trilogy. I cannot wait to hear what he has to say, because that is a lot of fun to read. I think I read it when I was about 13 or 14. I think around that time. It had to have been like 13, 14. I do like this game a lot, Dot. This is an area I haven't played before, so it's actually something completely new. I just like Tolkien lore. I mean, the game it looks quite old. But when there's stuff like this that I haven't seen, it's hard for me not to get excited about it, because it's like we're off in a corner of the Misty Mountains over by Mirkwood. We're exploring a land that I know very, very, very well in terms of book lore. And so it's easy for me to just jump in and lose myself. I will continue to safeguard your folk, as I have for all the years I've known you, but you will need to be properly equipped if you're to survive the adventures that await you. You do not have the mighty talons of my kind, after all, though you are unusually tall and strong for one of your folk. Still very small when compared to the great eagles and to the other people you will encounter beyond the ridges that surround your village. Those goblins were thieves. Their leader possessed a bag of weapons. You should avail yourself of this equipment. The goblin has no claim upon it any longer, and its former owner cannot make use of it. But in your hands it may yet do some good. It's a really well done starting area so far. We're going to get a gear satchel, which, if I'm not mistaken, automatically... Oops, I forgot. I forgot about this. Hang on one moment. I've got horrible bags. I do just make everything into one bag is what I do, and get rid of all the other bags. Loot all from the satchel, which gives me a couple of those. Let me actually... Can I do that easily? Never done it this way, but I saw somebody had it like this the other day, and I went, you know what? I'm just gonna mega bag it. It's a mega bag. All right, we may need to move this over just a little bit. Okay. Now, do those just automatically go empty from here? I think we're just good now. I think this is just it. Those are just empty bags. Okay, so we could draw this over just a little bit more. What do we want it to be like? What size? A box? I'm good with a box. There we go. Let's see here. We've got a couple of knives. These are second best tests. So I started off with table knife and the second best table knife, and I've been given a couple of regular knives now. That's hilarious. Table knife and second best table knife. You are no longer needed. Okay, then talk to Fangland. Do not forget to equip your new weapons. I will not be able to protect you when you leave Mist Hollow, and you will need to rely upon your skills and the equipment you're able to find if you're to survive the challenge ahead of you. It's a dangerous world out there. Are you certain that this is the life of this? Yeah, most of your kind do not even leave their homes, choosing to remain near the land of their birth. Bologna says, carry me to Mount Doom, you lazy evil bastard. You tell Fangland that your heart calls for you to leave, and he shakes his feathers. we've got to talk to Grandmother Maddie. I will not ask for you to stay, Telemar. I see that your mind is made. Wave to your family and friends, the good Hobbitland of Lindleby, and begin your grand adventure. Grandmother Maddie smiles at you and fondly tugs at your ear. Now listen to me, dear one, because this is important and I will not repeat myself. You are to keep your eyes on the road ahead of you and will not worry about us. We have Fangland and the other eagles to keep watch over us, and Lindleby will be fine while you are gone. But remember this, we are only letting you go so you can bring help to the folk you find out in the wide and dangerous world. You are to make yourself useful, Telemar. There are people out there who will need your help, and you should help them. I think that this... Hang on a second, let me reread that. I think that is the calling that draws you away from us. It is only so you can answer it that I will permit you to go. So we're being given a very lawful good starting quest. Let's wave to everybody. At least it wasn't the butter knife. Oh, Valar just fainted. Alright. And so you left your family and your friends behind and began your adventure. Weeks later, flames in the night draw your eye and your steps. Okay, we're in a place called Swanfleet. This is Meneldir. Ho there! Are you a friend? I'm glad you came along when you did, friend. I do not know why these Uruks came to burn Mossward, but I will find out. When you return to the Stoolvales, you should warn your folk to lock their doors and beware of creeping shadows. This band of Uruks has been defeated. Not soon enough to keep Mossward from harm, I'm afraid, but there may be others out there. The man pauses and squints more closely at you. But, wait, you're not one of the Stools, are you? There's a bit of Fallahide in you, I dare say, though I'm no expert on the various families of Hobbit. Where do you call home? You're a long way from the Shire, if that's with your hearth could be found. But I suppose few who name themselves adventurers can stay for long at home. That's true for me as well. I am named Meneldir, and I was once a ranger. What I am now, I suppose I'm still learning. Might be the same said of you. Alright, got a whole bunch of stuff. We are out here now. I can tell there's a story behind your name, though you wish to keep the location of your home a secret. I will not pry. Alright, so I'm not going to read all of this dialogue, guys, because I already did a several-hour stream this morning and I'll lose my voice. So we may start paraphrasing just a little bit. Oh. Thank you again for your help. Let me know if you're interested in helping me to learn the secret of the White Hand and to help Mossward recover from the attack. The flames will soon die down, and the healing must begin. We'll see. I am going to go get a cup of coffee here in a minute. You have obtained some consumables. Many folk of Glanduin. Alright, so we are off on an adventure in a place called Mossward. BHD Vibe says, may I ask what books you've written? Yeah, I've got an Amazon page up. Most recent project is called The Weave and the Void. Book 1 is called The Rising Storm. Kind of forgot the title of it for a minute. That was the one that just published the hardback in January. That was the one that I worked on with my wife and my brother over the past few years. We built a tabletop world, very much inspired by Dragonlance. We built the tabletop world first, built the rule set, made the book, made the first module for levels 1 to 4. It's a D20 system, originally for 5e, but then after the OGL, we spread it out so that it could be used with Pathfinder 2. So we built the world first, then we wrote a book, first book in a series that follows the journeys of basically some of the characters that are in the campaign for the tabletop. So if you do the tabletop game, you'll meet a certain cast of characters who are central characters in that first novel and happen to show up as NPCs, kind of guiding your way through the city as this horrific event unfolds in front of you. The fall of Parthana. It's a It's a fun little level 1 to 4 adventure. But we did that first, then we did the novel, and then alongside of that we have a point-and-click adventure game, kind of like the old King's Quest for Glory games. And then before that, I've got a sci-fi fantasy anthology, and I've got another novel out called Echoes of the Past, which was set in a world that I've been working on for a long time, and that was what the MMORPG was based off of. Well, so those are up on the Amazon page. You can check it out. Links are, if they're not somewhere on the Twitch channel, they're somewhere in YouTube, Discord, all the places. Right now, I'm working on some other stuff via Patreon, but kind of not doing a lot of writing this year purposefully. I've spent a long time. I've got like 20 million words in print. I'm good. I've written a lot. It's not all been science fiction and fantasy, but I've been doing it a long time, so I have no problems having that be very much a background thing right now. This year I'm having fun. Just doing lots of video games this year. But I am dabbling some stuff. There's a Patreon that has some info about some stuff. I got a sci-fi novel I'm working on, and I'm revamping a fantasy trilogy.
Some of Mossward's residents sustained injuries we cannot heal.
They are beyond our aid. We'll mourn for them later, but we now must focus upon those we can still help. He hands you a bunch of bandages and a pouch of bitter-smelling salve, and I need to help the residents nearby. Rambling Shire folk.
Could I take a moment of your time?
I don't recall seeing you around Mossward, traveler. Okay. He introduced himself. Fridolin Took. This is why I'm not reading all of this tonight, guys, because my voice is a little shot. So one of the things about Lord of the Rings Online that I love is just the walls of text. After I get a coffee, I probably will. You'll tell Fridolin that you're not one of the Tooks, but a North Took, or Bullrow, whatever that is. You are from the place beyond the Misty Mountains, and you've traveled to Mossward as but one of many destinations on the long journey from your homeland. Okay, you'll need to follow the road up to Breetown, and then you want to head west. Then from there, you're in the Shire. Eventually, you'll want to stop into Mickledelving to talk to the mayor. He'll want to give you a proper Shire welcome. And if any of the bounders give you trouble, just tell them Fridolin's invited you for tea. Oh, look at this. There's a cosmetic set of gear that we get. Very cool. And then I get a quest called, or a title named Telmar the Creek Hopper. That's cool. All right. Before we go any further, let me see if the coffee's ready. I'll be right back. He may not get to stay in here. He's being, Mommy's outside, so he's having a moment of, I'm needy and I want to go outside with Mommy, but she doesn't have him outside for a reason, and he's trying to convince Daddy to let him go outside. I thought he wanted to come in for the air conditioner, but I know his little tricks. He's being super lovey-dovey right now. Yes, Frodo. Here, I'm gonna go put him back out. That's Chris's boy, Frodo. He's a... If you caught the 50 hours video I did for No Man's Sky yesterday, that's the cat that jumped from the chair. I wasn't even ready for it. I was just sitting here working, recording a video, and all of a sudden this cat comes out of nowhere and launches himself onto my shoulder. Unfortunately, she and I both have we have lots of scratch marks on our shoulder blades from him. He does good most of the time, but it's so hot around here. It's like a lot of times we're in, like Chris had a tank top on the other day and he jumped on her and it was like, she was not happy with him for a couple of hours. Welcome aboard, Malin End. Everybody has to wait 20 minutes, but welcome aboard. One of my cats had kittens 4 days ago. Oh, now the cat's a little upset. It's normal. Alright, got some fresh coffee. I'm gonna go ahead and accept that. I need to collect small wings. What do we got going on back in here? Oh my god, there's quests everywhere. I'm gonna get so sidetracked.
Would you do something for me?
Take a little time out of your day to reassure some of the critters. Sure. Here, little anxious chicken. A perturbed cow. But now it's only slightly instead of
You
fully.
look pretty tough to me. You're not scared of anything, are you?
No. That's a timed quest. I'm not ready to do that. That's a quest I think I have to wait to ding before I can get that.
Mossward is a quiet town. It has always been a quiet town.
Mostly we've had to worry about the wolves growing overbold and straying too close near the walls. And with the Uruks loose, it's changed it. What if another war captain like Madthurk brings his band to Mosswood? Beyond Hallingstone to the southeast, a hill rises above the plain. Could I ask you to go to that hill and look into the distance? You may not see anything, but even that would be good for me to know. Grimlock of the Iron Hills. I need to maybe not get sidetracked. There are so many quests around here.
You are an adventurer. My husband was once like you, but he gave it up to settle down.
I have need of an adventurer today. My husband has lost a boot. New quest. Geralt lost a boot. Anything else back in here? This might lead to a dead end. Okay, we've got a forge over here for crafting. A healer's shop. Looks like I got a quest inside the blacksmith shop. This is a nice little shop. So he's got his own little interior. This is something that they came along with in Rohan that I've really appreciated. Just the separate interiors for NPCs. Rilek says, we got a cat that we trained with a dog around, so she will come and wake us up for breakfast and dinner and waits for our return at the door. Yeah, animals are super interesting and adaptable. Yeah, the postal quest is great to get the bag and everything in the Shire. It is a long chain. And you can't get seen.
Yes?
Oh, this is the, I already have this, so I don't.
I
Don't need the thing. Actually, you know what I haven't done yet? I'm too scared to do it. We do gotta go through and open all these boxes. One of these is the writing. Hang on, we gotta set this up real quick. Where is it at? It's one of the, I think it's the green one. Yep. Alright, get some of that cleared out of my inventory. Get my Steed of the Eldar. Alright, here's the quest for him. River says, how do you unlock the River Hobbit? It's with points, I think. It's either points or if you bought like the... Oh, you bought the latest expansion pack? It should be unlocked then. Unless there's something bugged out with the unlock. Pretty sure that came with the last expansion.
Could I speak with you a moment?
What's up, Liam? In a hole in the ground, there did leave a hobbit. I can help make some deliveries. Yep. Do I need to buy the food? Or maybe it just automatically gave me. No, hang on. That was, yeah, delivered food. It's probably just already in my journal from the quest. Okay. I can't get around from here. Lame! Might as well. More quests. There's so many quests. It's an envoy from Land Garan.
in these lands.
You're just gonna do fetch quests. It's a story-based PvE game, Demon. There is a PvP mode in this game called Monster Play, but it's very separate. It's its own thing. It has nothing to do with this game, which is a PvE story-based MMORPG. Think of it like a single-player RPG that you do, but other people are playing it, and you can go do things with them if you want, but it's not PvP. Oh, nope, don't need to do anything with you. I'm keeping the base difficulty level. Thank you very much.
I've heard there are many uses to which unassuming objects might be put.
Some folks whisper that the birds spy for orcs and other evil creatures, but I do not have any proof of that. But he does want me to collect some feathers. I'm gonna talk to him really quick, but I think it's just if I want the deed. Yeah, see, I don't even want to do one. I'm gonna leave it on the base difficulty. I have no desire to be challenged. I'm just here for story. Depends on if you're playing free-to-play servers or legendary servers, Demon. Free-to-play, you don't have to dish out anything if you don't want to. You can
You're
earn all the
pretty tough
LOTRO
to me.
coins through
You're not
gameplay. You
scared
can
of
unlock
anything, are
everything
you?
through playing the game. Don't have to pay a dime. You do have to grind. That's the dare. I don't want that quest. Or you can pay 15 bucks a month, play on a legendary server like we're doing. Everybody's capped at level 50. Expansions unlock at a slow pace, one every few months. Prologue, Chapter 1. Thank you, Telemar. People of Mossward sometimes look down upon the rangers that were once my kin. They do welcome their aid when it is offered. My former chieftain Strider may say that distrust of such folk does not bother him, but if that is true, he is a better man than I am. A pained look crosses Meneldir's face. That is true for many reasons, Telemar. I have not called the Dunedain my kin for some time now, but I would never question Strider's integrity or his courage. But, look here, this Uruk that led this band has something in his hand. See if you can't wrest it from his grasp. Corpse of Madthrug. You wrest a scrap of parchment from the Uruk's death grip. I need to turn it down more, Liam. I've turned it down 3 times, so we're going to turn it down one more time. We're going to turn it down to 25%. It has been overly loud. Like, we turned it down at the beginning to 75, and then now we're going down to 25. Thanks for the feedback. It's good to know. I kind of figured it was, but I was waiting for somebody to say something. Alright. Takes a long swig from the canteen before speaking. I packed salted pork for food. I forgot to bring anything to drink. Thanks for the water, friend. Pass my thanks to the baker.
Hello there.
Oh, she's hungry. Chicken, mushroom, and onion with rosemary. Nom 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 nom.
Would you do something for me?
Ooh, we have a quest to defeat the warg at the Howling Stones. Okay. Oh, here's one of the animals.
What can I do for you?
Well, next I could use some help cleaning up their droppings. Wait, where are you going? We're being given some iron coins, which I'm assuming is a faction-related coin. Alright, we're going to need to choose a trait line here. Oh, the Farmer's Fair. I'm going to decline right now. Ripnator said, I forget what you said in the video on it, but the Universal Toolkit is a one-time buy for all characters on your account. No. It's the way it works is you can buy it once and mail it to yourself. So you can mail it to your other characters. So it is bound at the account level. But you can also individually go buy it for all your characters so that you don't have to jump on this character to send it to this character, then send it to this character. I just buy it for every character. I've spent probably 3,000-4,000 points over the years buying Universal Toolkits for all my tunes because I cannot be bothered to shift it around when I want to go do crafting. So yeah, that's a couple ways you can go about it. Just depends on how much you want to spend in terms of coin. All right, we're ignoring her because I don't want to do the dare yet. I forgot all about the shared bank. You could probably do that. Yeah, the shared bank without using it.
What can I do for you?
Didn't even think about that. Dun, 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 dun. What did I miss over here?
The raid on Mossward by that band of Uruks has left our defenses in a terrible state, friend.
Okay, we need to collect branches. We can do that. Is everything I have outside of here now, other than the quest with the kid? Hang on, no, there's a delivery up here. And then I guess we could do the deer with her.
Hello there.
Alright, off you go. Hang on, where's the milestone? Let's grab the milestone right here. See ya, Fudgy.
Hello there.
Hard times for Mossward. Alright, that's the lunch for lookouts. So I think we could go do the dare if we wanted to, which is that girl back there. I don't know where she wants to send me.
You look pretty tough to me. You're not scared of anything, are you?
He dared me to run to a certain spot north of town, right at the very edge of the Wadewater, and come back all in 10 minutes. So where's the Wadewater? The Wadewater's up here somewhere. We are down here. Alright, is the timer going? Probably. Yes, it is. Hang on. How do I get out of here? Go this way. Go like the wind! We wasted precious seconds trying to figure out where we needed to go. The map hasn't switched yet. Alright, ride boldly ride. I have no idea which quest this is. The dare. That's the dare. Alright, cool. If we're ignoring all else and running to the dare quest. Leave me alone! This looks like a pretty dangerous zone for a little level 1 Hobbit. I like the way the old road is blended into the we're gonna have to, yeah, not when I'm on a timed quest, but we're gonna have to take some time to appreciate the world building in this zone when we get a chance. Plains Wolf. Make it to the marked spot without running out of time. Marked spot. What am I looking for here? Aha! There's a basket with a ball of string. Okay, without return to her without a time. Okay, so just give me a description. That's it. I didn't have to click on anything. Okay. South when it hits the main road. Look at the way they've blended the tiles in. Some of the patches are missing. This is like the old King's Road, right? And then we're going to diverge onto a path right here. Cuts through a little track into town. Dingle says, my favorite stream. Great way to ease into work on a Tuesday morning. Nice. Alright, we just gotta make it to the kid. We should have plenty of time. Wandering Plains Wolf. Oh, I forgot to read the scrap parchment. It's all good. Alright, where was this kid? here. I'll cheers as you approach. Well, they definitely start you there, but then it ported me to here, Thingle. So I don't know how this all works. It started me up there in the Misty Mountains, and we did the initial quest, and then it ported me out over to here. So I don't know. There was only ever one series of people you could talk to, and then we met the eagle, and then he teleports you out. Maybe there was a bunch of quests down in the valley that I didn't see. I don't know. It could be. We may have to redo it. I have no idea. I literally just did the quest line that was presented, and it took us through, had us loot weapons from the eagle, and then it went fade to black, and then we woke up in this area. So I'm assuming we didn't skip anything. I'm assuming it's kind of like the old, you know, you do little intro quests, and then boom, you're in Archit. You know what I mean? Like, that's exactly how it's worked so far. Only it's not Archit, it's over here. There's a basket with a ball of string inside the water, which seems rather strange. Huh, that is peculiar.
You are not going to believe this.
I'm gonna decline. Maybe I shouldn't. Hold that thought. Let's decline this. Oh, you know what I forgot to do, guys? I forgot to do some stuff. Hang on. I also forgot to pick my trait tree. Okay. Applies, removes tricks to hinder foes. Nope. Stealth and positional tactics. That's more for group. Gambler, damage over time, and chance. Yes, please. We're gonna go Gambler. I have acquired Hedge Your Bet, Lucky Strike, and don't know what else. Double Edge Strike. Critical hit enables the burglar to strike with both weapons. Dual wielding required. It's part of a critical hit chain. Max targets 5. It's an AoE. Hang on. Hedge Your Bet. Quick attack that applies a green gamble, restoring the morale of any attackers. It's like a little heal, it looks like. Lucky Strike activated by Double Edge Strike. Okay, so that's part of like a chain. Okay. Try and see how this works. Boost evade chance. I don't care about. Oh, hang on though. That's stealth combat speed. Yeah, we're gonna go that route first. I don't want to do another run around quest quite yet. I do have something I'm supposed to read in my inventory. God, a prakat. Alright, I don't speak Orcish. And this is all like prologue stuff.
Let's see if this parchment holds any clues for us.
Prologue chapter 1. I'm assuming I'm in the right place. Metal Dare briefly studies the crumpled parchment that he looks up disappointed. I cannot read much of this. If this were an ordinary day, I would be grateful to have no reason to understand the black speech, but on this day, it is a cause for frustration. Hold! What has happened to this Uruk's blade? It did not fall far from his body unless my eyes were somehow deceived. You hear the shouts and excited yelling of children to the northwest. Kids are playing with that, something they shouldn't be. Alright, what'd you little brats get into? Are they outside tavern wall? Alright. Oh, maybe it's these kids. Never mind. It's these ones. A crowd of children gather around Thegwin and the vicious blade he has found. Oh my god, he's got an orc sword.
What do you want, stranger?
No, I'm not giving you this sword.
I am not giving you this sword.
Never mind, they do their own voiceovers for some of these. It was much better than the wooden sword I was using before, and I found it and it belongs to me. My father says when you're in a battle, you get to keep the spoils, and I stood up to those Uruks even when the town guard wouldn't. If someone should get to keep the blade, it's me. Wait, you're an adventurer, right? If you promise to help me in the adventuring arts, maybe I'll give you the sword. Maybe. Depends on how good your training is. So what's my first lesson?
What's my first lesson, stranger?
Alright. Find the defeat circle located to the north of Mossward. Alright. It's a beautiful area to get lost in, Dot. I didn't necessarily think there were any quests over there either. I didn't see anything when I ran around, so I'm pretty sure you were just meant to... It's just like a starting area for cosmetics. And I know you can get housing back there, and I'm assuming you could do quests around there, but I just don't know what level those quests are, because it just sent me straight here, so... Oops, you have to be facing those. Sinfully says I lost so many nights playing this game back in the day. I have logged a lot of hours in Lord of the Rings Online. Oh, I think I need the wolves too. I might as well. Oh, I need to turn the auto loot on, don't I? Forgot all about that. Options, UI. Chat bubbles. Always loot all. We'll do confidence. Can't use those until level 7. Suitable branches. Bingo Boffin. Yeah, we don't need to do that. We do have a cool quest to go to Mickle Delhi though to get the cosmetic stuff, which we will do eventually. Alright, what do we got? What's the closest thing to us? Prologue Chapter 1. Find the defeat circle located to the north of Mossward. Right over there. It's just to the right of us. Should be right around here. Oh, there it is. He wants to know, what is this? You explain that adventuring is dangerous, and sooner or later your morale is likely to run out. When that happens, you will find yourself at one of the many defeat circles scattered around the land. So this is funny. So we're teaching him about the things that the tutorial is teaching us. So it's literally like we're learning it through reading. as we explain it to this kid. That's a weird reverse tutorial kind of thing. Interesting. Alright, we gotta go back in and talk to the blacksmith. Move along, nothing to see here. Scardy nods at you as you enter his shop.
Scardy spends more time fixing horseshoes than he does forging swords.
I mean no insult, Scotty, but it's true. You explained that an adventurer engages in combat, equipped weapons and armor sustain durability damage, and folks such as Scardy Benblade are able to repair it. So we learn about getting our things repaired. That's a cool looking sable cat. This training dummy has seen its fair share of battle. Alright, we're gonna get some threadbare cloth gloves. Oh no, I want the ragged leather. Very nice. Okay. Well, I'm ready for you to show off your combat skills. If you impress me, I'll give up this Uruk sword. Alright, we need to use a subtle stab on the training dummy, which is number 4. Alright, you explained that a burglar can use stealth to hide themselves from their enemies, and that from stealth, abilities such as surprise strike are even more powerful. This is cool, so it's teaching you, this kind of reminds me of early World of Warcraft now. If you do the starter island, every class has a unique little section. It's only about 5 minutes long, where they teach you like the first 2 or 3 abilities for your class, and they lead you through it. It's kind of cool. So we're getting that here, you know, you're a rogue. Here's how sneak attacks work. Now I need to use... Okay, so now it teaches me to choose a specialization. Then I use feint, attack, hedge your bet, or trick disable. Alright, you've upheld your end of the bargain. Here's that Uruk blade. Alright, cool. So that's a fun little way to do a quest entry. I can dig it. Hang on, Mal's got a quest. I'm getting sidetracked again.
Have you been to the Sturvales?
Okay. One quest I need to untrack. Is going to be this one, because that wants me to go to Mickle Delving to get that cosmetic set, and I don't want to go there right now. We'll do that eventually. That's for that cosmetic set at River Hobbit.
From Tegwin before he hurt himself. Very well done.
Meneldir gets a faraway look in his eye and gazes over the surrounding wall of Mossward. I remember being that age and dreaming only of adventure, excitement. I was not so very different from Tegwin when I was a boy growing up in the angle of... Mythiful? where my people dwell. Mythiethel. I do not judge him harshly for taking this sword, and I hope you will not either. His parents busy themselves with the work of fortifying Mossward's defenses, and I dare say they remain unaware of the boy's mischief. I will not tell them if you do not, Telemar. Alright, I want the other tarnished daggers that I have matching daggers.
I have been away from the land that was my home for many years now.
Slightly better DPS. I was once of the Dunedain, my friend, the ranges of the north, and one of their several charges was to safeguard these lands and their peoples from harm. The other duties? Well, they are likely as far away as they have always been, and not my concern any longer. I will not speak of those today. But a peaceful village has been attacked and some of its people slain. Will you help me replenish my supplies with the healing herb called Kingsfoil, and defeat any of the creatures nearby that may threaten Mossward? You will know Kingsfoil by its sweet smell and the feel of its leaves. Look for it on the rolling hills to the east of the village. Prologue Chapter 3 on the Old South Road. Alright, that kid wants me to do something, but I don't know where she wants to send me, and I keep getting
Thank you for
sidetracked.
these branches. I will see to making use of them. Perhaps you could help me once again.
Talk to Scardy Binblade in his blacksmith shop. So I can have a bottle of grease to oil the hinges of the door into the healer's shop, and the door of Cadge's house, which are the two squeakiest offenders. We're doing a lot of stuff with the blacksmith.
Whenever anyone needs something, they come first to me instead of checking the storehouse.
Here, why don't you test it out on the hinges of my door there? A good amount of grease applied to the hinges has put an end to the squeaking. Alright. Next up,
Now this is more like it.
the healer's
Trust me,
door.
Maybe I'll give you this Uruk sword. That was all right, I guess.
Well, I already got
Come
my
on,
Uruk
Show
sword.
me one more skill. That was pretty good, I suppose.
I'll be right back, guys. gansito, tan frío, tan rico. Ay! If you know, you know. Freezer chilled gansito with coffee. Mmm. It is the bomb, man. My sweet tooth has been satisfied. Frodo, calm down. Just lay down in the chair and relax. He's mad because his mommy's outside doing chores. I opened up the door and he snuck back in here. Door hinges. This will be my last cup of coffee for the day. I can't have any more after this. It's about 5 o'clock. That's good enough. I'll be up till midnight now. We got lots of work to do. Tomorrow's a big day with Gamescom. Alright, you're gonna be naughty. I gotta put you out. Hang on. Naughty, naughty cats. What else do we need to do? Place grease the hinges of the home over here. How odd, the squeaking is only getting louder. You put an end to the squeaking, though not the way Marion had intended.
How fared your efforts against the squeaky doors of Mossward?
Taken care of. Alright, I am known as Telemar the Wary. I still don't want to do the festival. I'm good, thanks. Okay. Collect King's Foil and defeat beasts. Okay. Oh, okay, there's some right here. I haven't really looked where this part of... Where are we at exactly? We're in the Mossward, which is in Swanfleet. Which is here. So we're in Eregion. It's really cool. Adventuring far from home. We definitely need more King's Foil, and we need to take care of little creatures. Come here! I am not gonna worry about crafting on this character. I've done crafting so many times. No desire. We're just gonna play around. Check out these new areas. Wolves. I feel like I need to go back if I want to find more of the King's Foil. I'm a tiny little halfling. Of course I'm small. I thought I saw somebody down in here, like a man walking around. It is. It's a southern footpad. Well, you know what we do with footpads around here? I'm a tiny little halfling. I wonder if I should play this in first person. Oh, that's terrible. Oh my god! I can't see anything. This is what it would really be like to be a hobbit, everybody. Alright, need more King's Foil. Something over here. Cribben feathers. Yeah, but I have like a quest update. Scout Beyond. Somewhere up here. Yeah, I'm not quite in the right spot, I think. Oh, there we go. I was close, but not quite there. From this vantage point, the basin through which runs the Old South Road seems mostly quiet. What are we looking for over here? A warg among wolves. Apparently, somewhere over here is a big baddie. I don't know if he's up. It looks like there's a way to get up there. There's got to be a way to get up there. How am I getting up there? Udakai Raider. Do I need him for anything? Nope. Well, there's nothing over here. How do I get up there? Well, there's a crane. I've discovered the Howling Stones. I know, right? The text said I was the tallest. I am definitely not the tallest. I definitely made my Hobbit the shortest I possibly could. Lies and half-truths. Alright. I bet this is how we get in there to the warg boss. Sneaking. Backpack, shattered picture. The warg isn't here, but you find some warg tracks to follow. Keep following the tracks. The trail ends at a grisly scene. Perhaps the deer's body holds clues as to the warg's whereabouts. It emerges. Oh shit, I got an ad. No! Ready to defend its kill. I've got an ad that's not good. Burn down the ad first. Oh, I'm so screwed. Where's my health potions? Ah! Okay. This is gonna be close. It's gonna be really fucking close. Ah! I might still die from the dot. Remove the poison. Remove the effect. Go, 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 go. Okay. Okay, I think we survived. That was kind of gnarly, man. Not gonna lie. Alright. I don't want to mount up until I get out of here. There's way too many wolves, and I don't want to risk getting knocked off. If I wasn't my hunter, I wouldn't be so afraid, but this guy's not quite survivable enough at this level. I need a bit of a buffer if we want to get that title. And don't forget, we have to worry about wraiths too. What is back in here? Oh, I don't need you. I do need some more king's foil and more of these guys. A lot more of them. Dot says, step outside the walls, take eyes off screen, remember to look back. Where'd my Hobbit go? It's tall grass, man. That's exactly what it is. Let's bring this up here. We're obviously missing some king's foil around here. Or did I get them all? Maybe I got it all. Oh, I did. Never mind. I'm herping and derping. It literally says take it back to the guy. The ranger. Let's take it back to the ranger, friend. Alright, we need to go. Before we talk to you, we need to run up top.
What do you need?
That's right, we took care of the warg for you, buddy.
Mossward is not the only village in Swanfleet. A stable master can help you check on the others.
Perfect, so we're going to go exploring now to the other regions. Awesome. Thank you for the king's foil, and for helping dissuade some of the more aggressive creatures from straying too near the village. Against such beasts, Ellery and Bevan and the others have guard against more than a match, but against Uruks, I fear they will be outclassed. The question now is whether Mathrug's band was alone, or are there others of his kind waiting for the next chance to strike. Can I ask you to check on the stewards who live nearby? Visit the stablemaster here in the village for a quick means of traveling in the village of Cleor and the Stourvales. They should be told what happened in Mossward, and guard themselves against possible attack. Yes, but also no, because I have a lot of quests here that I want to finish up before I shoot off to the next region. So that's Cleor. Can I see where he wants me to go? We do have another quest in Cleor as well. Hang on, have we gathered enough? Oh no, these are for other quests if we wanted to turn those in. I don't have enough of anything to do that yet.
Could I speak with you a moment?
Here's another quest to collect King's Foil. Now that she knows what it looks like, can I gather some more? I can.
All appears quiet? That is good, but I will not relax my guard.
You shouldn't.
You know the road that passes through Swanfleet, of course.
It begins on this side of Tharbad and runs east past the Wadewater until it reaches Endebrith. There are not as many travelers along it as there once were, but Mossward is still a sheltered place of rest for those who come this way. But might it also serve to speed Uruks and other orc kind on their raids? Follow the track that runs from the north gate of Mossward until it meets up with the road, and I would have to take a look around there as you did before. You should be able to see both east and west for quite a distance, see if there are more raiders about. That kid still wants me to ride somewhere. Maybe we can do that now. Where are we going, Pipsqueak?
You are not going to believe this.
You're gonna go within view of the flooded city of Tharbad, which is northwest of here. So I'm gonna want to go north out of here along the road. Just basically go west along the road, we'll be fine. Oh, there's a cremain we need, but I'm not going to do it. We're on a different quest. Ride, boldly ride. There are Urukai about. Should be coming up on it soon. This is the spot she described. How odd, a shovel stands abandoned here in the dirt. Return back to her before the time is up. I just earned Bob and Weave. Gives me a heal over time when I evade. Oh, which gives me a total reason to up my evade chance on the other one, because every time I evade now I get a passive heal. Very cool. That is a really cool ability, actually. So if you're going to solo, it gives you a reason to like max out your... Oh, check this place out. We got to come back here for Combine. We need wings and we need those for a quest as well. That was just... northwest of town. Past the hedges. Alright, stupid wall. There we go.
Welcome back.
I'm less surprised this time.
This time.
Notice anything about the location? This is the last of the Mossward Bully Dares. I won't be needing your help anymore, but you're most helpful and I appreciate it. Okay. That's the quest to go down. I don't want to talk to him yet. Because he just wants to send me to the next town.
I'm afraid things will get out of hand.
Okay, I've heard the rumor that the children of Mossward have been giving each other increasingly dangerous dares, and I'm worried that this may get out of hand. None of the town guards will be able to learn anything, but you know how children are. Perhaps an outsider will be able to learn something. Several children lingered outside the provisioner stores a few minutes ago, and it could be one of the provisioners heard something of their tale. We need to get to the bottom of this before someone gets hurt. So now I'm going to be to blame for, like, the kids going off and doing dare runs. Come on, man. I'm innocent.
Yes.
They were hoping to get their hands on as much cheese as possible. Huh. Perhaps Allah will tell me what the children intended. I'm just a little hobbit. Of course I'm innocent.
You had better get going, I think. So long.
You stand your ground and ask why the children of Mossward needed so much cheese. Her eyes grow wide and a panicked expression crosses her face. We just find the man to turn the tables of the town bully and you helped us do it. Okay. After the recent rodent problem, Dai could be in real trouble. Yeah, he doesn't know about the rats we killed, man. Buddy.
Rats! There's rats everywhere!
Save him from the rats. That's awesome. Oh, the king of rats. Oh, snap. The king of rats is no match for my stab, stab, stabbity, stab. I give up. No more dares for me. I'm literally as tall as a small child, but I am the tallest of hobbits. I will have you know I am the tallest of hobbits. The lady told me before I left my starting area. She said I was. I'm a magnificent specimen of my hobbitling race.
Is it true that I was almost eaten by rats?
He was almost eaten by
That's
rats.
really amazing.
It's amazing. It's not amazing. It's terrifying. Rats are horrible. What's up, Metro? What the heck did I smudge on my glasses? Oh, it's a cat hair. Still a cat hair. I have too many cats. That's what it comes down to. What the heck? Alright, goodbye for now, Telemore. We got some cheeses. Alright, we can go out of here and keep working on quests, because I don't want to go to the next area yet. Yeah, I think she lied too, Dot. We're all the tallest. Alright, small wings. Oh, just northwest. There was the Carbine over here. There's a whole bunch of them over here, and I need all the things. Can't remember if rogues ever get, like, if they ever get, like, a ranged. I feel like we get, like, a throw or something. Might be rocks. Maybe that's just the Hobbit ability that I'm remembering. I love the dice rolls that come up above the characters' heads. That's really cool. I'm assuming that's because I went gambler. Is that like the passive thing that's happening, like my heal over time? I'm not checking the combat logs, so I don't actually know. Alright, I think we're done with that. We can go turn in. But while we're out, we've got something up here. Scout the Old South Road. Just up here at the crossroads. For everybody tuning in tonight for the first time, I am currently playing Lord of the Rings Online on Monday nights. Traditionally, the start time is going to be around 6 p.m. Central. I did start early tonight because we have storms rolling in, and I didn't want to run the risk of the stream getting cut off midway through later on in the evening. So we did start like an hour and a half early. Yeah, see, this would be the normal start time right about now. Chris hasn't come in and said anything, so I think we're still good. Okay. What else do we need while we're out here? Scout the Old South Road. Geralt lost a boot. That's up north here. Dark Lord Present says, I'm the same guy from Twitch before. I think the reason why my writing skill isn't available to buy is because I bought it on the Steam version of the game. Oh yeah, I have no clue, man. I'm playing through the LOTRO store version, so I have no inkling about anything related to a Steam version of this game. I've always just played through their client. Looking for an old boot. Really? Okay. Somewhere in here. Aha! A suspicious object in the mud might just be Geralt's favorite boot. Favorite, if I can learn how to speak. You pull an old and very dirty boot from the mud. It was really stuck in there. Alright, what quest is this one all the way out over here? Swanfleet small tasks. Oh, but I could turn those back in town. There's a collection box back in town. Okay. I guess it was just showing me multiple box areas. That's what was confusing me. Because it's showing me one up here. And I'm like, what do I need to ride all the way over there for? And turns out that it's also flashing this one down here. So I can go back to that collection box. Okay. What is down here? The Wolves King's Foil. I gotta go back down in there, and I'm gonna have to deal with the wolves there. Okay. Well, while we're doing this, I could do some stretches. Metro says I can say the farmers... Hang on, I got stuck in the environment here as I'm trying to do my stretches. Farmers Fair is amazing. It took me like 2-3 hours to do all the quests. Unlike WoW, where it's literally over in a few minutes, it's badass. Yeah, but they do get a little repetitive. But if you've done them for the first time, they're a lot of fun. And there's different types, because there's different festivals all the time. Dark Lord Prison has how is the performance of the new servers? I've got a video up on my YouTube called Buttery Smooth. You should check out. It's in the LOTRO playlist if you want to click the links below. New servers are amazing. It's literally buttery smooth compared to the old servers, which still offer a great environment, but they can occasionally have a little chop to them. It's never been anything more than a minor annoyance, but I know some people melt down over it, so. But it's been great. They did a really good job. And now we just wait for them to see, you know, what servers they're going to roll it out to next for the live servers. Yeah, but that's the thing, Metro, like, dailies can get old no matter what game you play. I get bored with dailies pretty quick. I don't need any wolves, do I? Just need the king's foil. It's got another flash thing flashing down here. No, that's just the area. We need 7 of these. And I'll probably get eaten by wolves at some point. The music's making me want to go watch Willow again. No, I don't enjoy that. No. I'm not a fan of dailies as a general rule. Alright, I need one more. I think I have to go up and around. Ooh, treasure cache. What is this? You must face the target. An ancient treasure cache. Cache, whatever. What did it give me? 80 scraps of text. Okay. Very cool. Oh, what I wouldn't give to be able to play with a controller. Alright, I think everything else is just turn-ins right here. And then we have breadcrumb quests to other locations. Got a captain. Oh, captain, my captain, blowing the horn. I can turn in a collection box. Finish now. I've turned in that. I've turned in the king's foil. Oh, we got more quests back up in here now.
You say you saw no sign of Uruk warbands along the road?
Nope,
These
I am
are
not
good
Kibishino.
tidings.
Nope. Playing normal mode. Base. I'm not here for difficulty. I've played this game so much over the years. I just want story. It's a new area. I've not seen this before, so we're doing it. Check out the new stories for the River Hobbits. That's it. If I want challenge, I go play Dark Souls. But it's there for people who want it. But I don't use it. There is an NPC right outside this town if you choose to use it. So you can start it here if you want to. Okay. No sign of Uruk bands along the road. This is good tidings. North of Tharbad, the road has another name called the Greenway, and only Menelder's people are like to remember when it and our own old South Road were one and the same. The North-South Road between the kingdoms of Arnor and Gondor. A long time ago. That's Merwin River Lady as you, Rip Nader? Nice.
I have one more request of you, and then I will be satisfied.
This may be more dangerous than your earlier scouts, and if you hesitate to accept the task, I'll understand. Alright, we need to go to the old city of Tharbard and look for some sign of the insignia that Mad Thorg's raiding band wore. Go just to the gate. There we go, I waved to Marwyn. You can change difficulty at any time you can, but you lose progress towards the deed. There's like a title you can earn for the tier. So whatever, like if you start off right now, if I go talk to him really quick, he has a quest. Wait, is he here on the other gate? He might be at the other gate. He's at the other gate. When you do it for the first time, and you have to do it, I think you have to do it before level 11. Once you pick your difficulty tier, if you want the deed, you want the title, you want everything else for that tier, you can't change it. You pick the difficulty level before level 11, and then that's your difficulty level all the way through until you get to max level and you get the deed and the title and all the goodies that go along with it. If you don't care about the title, you can change anytime you want. It only matters if you care about the title. You just go to the NPC, hail him, tell him what you want, and it changes it on the fly.
You found it. He is going to be so happy.
Geralt's by the north gate, wearing his old leather shoes. I keep hearing like somebody was doing like earthquake or something, and it sounds like thunder, and I'm wondering if it's the thunder outside, but it's totally in game. I am gonna go check with Chris here in a minute and see how the storm looks coming in.
That boot was one half of a pair that was dearest to my heart. They were my adventuring boots.
They represented a life that I wave up to settle down with my wife Winna, and now I only want to relive those days by telling tales of my exploits to my son Taig. And these boots were my least favorite, for they remind me of those days, and sometimes the memory's painful. I thought I would lose one of them, better than have Winna think. I regret the choice I made to settle down, but here it is again, and it seems I'll never be free of it. Did I not bring it far enough anyway? That must be it. Perhaps you could bring this boot further afield. Show it to one of the villagers in the Storvales. It's pretty far away. Maybe one of the residents of Cleor might be able to find a use for such an old, well-worn boot as this. Find a hobbit in the village of Cleor who might be interested in his boots.
There you are.
You hand the
Let us
feathers
see
to
those
Bevan and he
feathers.
grimaces. Ugh, they're quite dirty. Still, many fine uses.
But such
Now he wants
musings
boar
will
meat.
have to
Okay.
wait.
By the way, here's the
Sure,
hardened
approaching.
travelers who
Autumn
you're
doesn't
looking for
last.
if you want to change the difficulty level. And then if you hail him, he's got all these different levels. Notice that he has a quest. If I were to take this, that's the quest. You stick with that till you finish it, right? I don't care to participate in this, so I just ignore it. But that's how you do this. And then you turn in these things, and you can barter with him for
Greetings.
items if you've never done this before. Give me a minute, everybody. I need to double check with Chris that everything's good animal-wise and storm-wise, because it is about the time that the storms were about to roll through, and I have not looked at the sky yet. So let me duck out, check the sky. I'll be back in three-ish minutes. think we're good. Looks like the storms are probably going to be a couple hours out. I can see clouds on the southern horizon, southeastern horizon. But they still look like they're a couple hours out, so we might just get some rain tonight. Yeah, I think that was someone's spell. There was probably a lore master with like an earthquake spell. He wants us to go to the gates of Tharbad, so let's do that. And also, in this area, we need to harvest something. Boar meat. We need to kill boars we see along the way. I haven't seen any boars yet. Not all the time. Today I'm streaming standing up. I was talking about this at the beginning. I do a lot of my video recording standing up. I have a homemade desk, and it's mostly for posture and just general health and stuff. But about 4 months ago or so, I fell down outside and tore a bunch of tendons and ligaments in my groin, in my inner thigh area of my leg. And so for the past 4 months or so, I've been just sitting down while streaming. And then maybe once a week I've been trying, like the last 2-3 weeks, like once a week I've been trying to do one stand-up stream. It's usually this one, because the way this works is I have 2 different laptops running. So this is my stream box over here, and then I have the other laptop down below. That's the one running the game. And then I have my main monitor up here. And when I'm playing, like, when I'm doing like No Man's Sky or World of Warcraft or anything else where I can sit with the controller, I'm usually sitting back here. I'm usually like sitting down in a chair, like all the way back here. But then like I'll come in and do a lot of the recording up top. And I just try to split. But I haven't done a lot of stuff standing up for the past few months because I'm still having. And I'm like, even right now, I'm like, it's uncomfortable, but it's not like. Essentially what's going on right now is like the tendon keeps locking up in my ankle, and so it pulls things, and when it gets tight it pinches the nerve and it feels a little uncomfortable, and I have to stretch or move, and you'll hear your tendon in your ankle, it just kind of goes crack, and it moves, and then it kind of all relieves the tension. And it's kind of like when you crack your knuckles. That's essentially what I have going on with like my hip, knee, and left ankle. It's fun times. It sucks getting old. But I've been getting better, and I went for a run today. I've been going for runs for the last couple of weeks, slowly easing back up. I'm only doing like, I don't even know, to be honest with you. It's not much. It's jogging along the riverfront. And today I increased by about 30%, so I'm slowly getting back up. But it'll be a while, I think, before I'm back to doing 5Ks. Alright, Tharbad. Look at the gates for the mark of the white hand. The harsh cries of orcs can be heard within Tharbad, but you see no markings of the white hand. Anyway, I was saying tonight, I went for a run this morning, decided I would do this stream standing up because I already did a 3-hour stream sitting down, and I did a bunch of work sitting down, so I figured tonight would be the night. We'll get some weight on that foot and force that physical therapy. Are the racial stats impactful? Randall says, it's been more than a few years since I've played. Are the racial stats impactful? Not in the way they used to be. So, racial traits are mostly just for fluff now. And I say mostly for fluff because there are some nice things. Like, it's nice to get fellowship bonus skills, but the game is so solo now, you're hardly ever going to use those unless you willingly and willfully choose to group with people. That's just a quick travel. That's a evade and stealth bonus. I mean, these are nice to have, but these are fluff. They are by no means mandatory. But they're nice to get. And then virtue traits, again, fluff, nice to get. But the game, because you could change the difficulty level of the game, the base difficulty is so easy now. Gear doesn't matter, stats don't matter. Just do the quests. You'll get gear from the quests. It'll give you plenty of gear to beat the things you're going to be doing. You can do all of it solo, no problems. Now, if you want to go on higher difficulty levels with landscape difficulty, then yes, you're going to need to worry about virtue traits and your racial traits and stuff like that. Gambler's Advantage. Applies a tiered bleed. I do want more evade, but I'm going to take this because it's a single-use ability, like another active ability. Fluff, not necessary. Extra. Icing on the cake. It's not going to hurt you if you don't have it. No one's going to care if you don't. Unless you're in like a raid guild, which isn't going to happen unless you're top tier. And then it will matter, but that's raiding. That's like 1% of the player base. That deals extra damage when attacking from behind. Find footing. That's going to go up here. Okay. We do not want to quest here in Cardalon. We're going to go back. And we still need piggies. Haven't seen any piggies. Yeah, crafting is pretty useful on landscape difficulty modes too. Dark Lord Present said the main thing that put me off this game for so long is I thought it wasn't possible to solo. Here's the way I would say this. Every single thing in the landscape side of the game, which is overland, world quests, 100% soloable. Every single book quest, which is the epic book quest that you run through the game, books and chapters, we're in the prologue right now, all of those, 100% solo. Some of those used to require a group, but now what they do is they either give you an automatic buff or they give you a little stone that you can click which buffs your character, and it makes you as though you are 5 people combined into one so that you can go run those dungeons solo. The only thing that is not solo in this game is the optional, and I'm going to blank on how to open the stupid page right now. Here it is. I can't do that right now. There's the instances. If you want to go do instances in this game, which are dungeons, you will need a group for those, but those are 100% optional. You don't have to do those for main quests. Those are just side quests that you do if you want to, and if you want to go do the instances. Same thing with like the raids. None of that is tied to storyline. 100% of the overland, 100% of the story, soloable. 100%. You do not need to group up with another player if you don't want to. It's great. The lore master that I did, the last character I did, which was like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, I live streamed all of his journeys here on YouTube. I wasn't multi-streaming at that time, but it's over on YouTube. He was 100% solo. I never did a single group thing with him ever. And he's like level 99 outside of Minas Tirith right now. And that was like 6 months. I think it took him about 6 months to go from level nothing to 99, playing like 3 times a week. And if you're free to play, you could play all the way up to Helm's Deep level 90. So I'm a bit beyond that at this point. Southern Footpad. Here, pig, piggy, pig, piggy, pig. Brock says, home from work, got it installed, think I'm going to try Warden. Thanks for the info while you were playing No Man's Sky. You are welcome. Thanks for being there for the No Man's Sky stream on top of this stream. Warden is a lot of fun. I used to play one years and years and years ago. I played a DPS Warden. I was the only Warden in the guild at the time. That was when they first got introduced. Oh, he stunned me. Shake it off. Shake it off! Guys, I just heard something jump in the water. That wasn't cool. Something's trying to eat me. I'm just a tiny little hobbit. There's alligators! The gators are gonna get me. Okay. Wolves. Still looking for more piggy pigs. Oh, there's one up in here in the middle of the bushes where I can't see because I'm a tiny hobbit. If you are tuning in for the first time tonight on YouTube or Twitch, I do multi-stream. Thanks for watching, wherever it is that you're watching. Lord of the Rings Online is the Monday night slot. I typically play from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Central. We started a little early tonight because of the storms. Didn't want to lose power, so we're still waiting. I think they're a couple hours out, so I think we're good tonight. Typically, daytime streams start at 11 a.m. Central, and we usually have a main game that we play. Right now, that's No Man's Sky. Tomorrow, we're going to be covering Gamescom. We're going to be doing No Man's Sky for about an hour tomorrow morning, and then moving over to the live Gamescom coverage. Checking out Indiana Jones, The Great Circle, Dune Awakening, and a bunch of other games that we're currently waiting on, and hopefully getting release dates and more footage of tomorrow. Starting Friday, we're going to be doing The War Within, which is World of Warcraft's most recent expansion. Our guild is primed and ready to go. I typically play World of Warcraft on Wednesdays and Saturday nights from 6 p.m. Central. And then next week, starting on the 27th, Star Wars Outlaws goes live. And I will be maining that game for a couple of weeks and then moving from there into Space Marine 2. So we have a ton of games coming up over the next month or so. And then beyond that, we've got Dragon Age: The Veilguard on October 31st, Shattered Space DLC for Starfield, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 and Avowed next February, Stalker 2 in November. Whole bunch of stuff. For the meantime, though, Lord of the Rings Online, Monday nights, at least for the next little bit. While the viewership is strong and people are rabid for it, we'll do it. At the very least, we got to do the whole River Hobbit storyline, quest line. And as I always tell people, that's how we continue. When viewership is strong and the numbers are good of the streams, well, I'll always keep playing. But you can usually tell when people start to get bored, move off. That's when we find something else to play. So for the moment, Monday nights, Lord of the Rings Online. Daytime streams, 11 a.m. I need one more piggy, guys. One more piggy. Is that a piggy? Yes, we are ready, Metro. Dark Lord Presence says, what does ability 7 do with the dice? So, this is a rogue character. This is a burglar. I went blue line, which is the gambler. Level 7 is a Lucky Strike ability. It's activated by the previous ability, which is Double Edged Strike, which is a crit hit chain ability. So once I get a crit hit, this becomes usable. Once I use that, I can then use Lucky Strike. Lucky Strike applies a Double Edged Strike and then puts a damaging red gamble on the target. And I have different colored gambles. And then after that, I get Gambler's Advantage, which adds a bleed effect to that. So it's a crit chain that only happens if you first crit hit, and then you go down the chain. It's very rare to get this off on single target mobs because they don't last long enough for me to use it. But when we get to like signature mobs, I'll be able to do, a 3 chain for sure. But solo stuff like this usually die before I ever get beyond the first chain. And you have to get to the crit hit in the first place, so you might not get crit hits. Ed Bunster says, I feel like they're long overdue for Kinship Guild Finder where you can find the kinship that's right for you easily. I've never went looking because I've always ran our own kinship. So are there not tools in game to like find kinships? That would not be a bad tool. I mean, EverQuest 2 has it. World of Warcraft has it. ESO has it. Yeah, I mean, it would be an interesting tool. Randall Clausen asks, how practical would it be to take all gathering on my main and stick the manufacturing professions and a few alts? Well, if you haven't played in a while, Randall, I just did the video, like last week. They revamped the crafting system if you haven't played in a hot minute. So there's 2 videos on crafting up on my channel in the LOTRO Angmar playlist. If you're watching on Twitch right now, that's where you need to go. If you're on YouTube, there's a link somewhere down below in the description to that playlist. The new crafting professions, I don't have any on this character because I'm not doing crafting here. You used to pick a vocation, and it had 3 things within that vocation. So if you were like yeoman, it would be like woodworker, forester, tailor, right? Something like that. I don't know. I don't remember. There was usually one dead skill in there that you didn't need for your class. The way it works now is when you go to the crafting station as a brand new character, the crafting NPCs, you pick any combination of 3 that you want. Doesn't matter what they are. You get to pick. And then you can buy a 4th slot for your character from the LOTRO store. So that's amazing because like back in the day, I have a video coming out tomorrow talking about all my characters that I have on all the servers and 2 accounts and everything. And the reason was because back in the day, I like crafting. So if you want a metalsmith, you gotta have a metalsmith. You want a weaponsmith, you need a weaponsmith. You want a jeweler, you need a jeweler, and those need to be 3 different characters. But now you can take armor smithing, weaponsmithing, jewelry on one character, and also take the prospecting, and you can gather ore for all 3 of those classes. So you can be all 3 of those on one character and mine everything you need. That never used to be. You used to have 3 or 4 different characters to be able to do that. So if you haven't played in a while, yeah, you can gather. You just go look now because you could put it all on one character. Depending on what you need for the character. Because it used to be I would have like 3 characters to supply one character with gear. But now I can very strategically take a class, or take the crafting professions that support that. Like the hunter I was playing last week, he has forestry for hides, tailoring to make tailoring, and he took woodworking to make his own bows. He's entirely self-sufficient now, and he also took prospecting so he can mine and sell it on the broker. Mike Weber says, do you find where the 4th slot? I can't do it here because I don't have access. I haven't went to talk to a crafting. You literally hit the T button to bring this up, and you're gonna see your professions, and it's gonna have like your ranks, and up there at the top somewhere, like maybe I should just log on to another character real quick and show you. Hold that thought. Exit now. I'll just show you really quick. That'll be the easiest thing. It might not be available on. I'm gonna have to go to Renfail because he's the one who has taken crafting. My runekeeper has not taken crafting. Yeah, I'm about to. That's what I'm trying to show, Metro, is actually show where the button is. Because I've had a lot of people asking that question, and it's better just to show it. Favorite profession in the game, asks Sensaji. Like crafting profession? It's a good one. So, like, see right here where it says get recipes? Like, somewhere up here, there's going to be a button that says get more. And it's going to look exactly, where's my, here, I got to figure out where I'm supposed to point. It's going to look exactly like this, but it's going to say get more. Now, I had to click it multiple times. Like the first time I opened, it took me to the store, but it didn't take me to that page. After 4 or 5 times of like click open, shut that page, click it open and shut that page, it eventually took me to the place. It does work, but it sometimes is finicky. So you might have to click it a few times to get to it. But it will literally tell you get more or get slot or whatever it says. Click it and it will eventually work and take you where you need to go. And then you can get your 4th, which is extremely useful. Mike Weber says, I want to sub and try this game on the new server so bad, but but the war within is so close. Well, the way I do it, and I'm not everybody, and I do this for a living, so it's a little bit different for me. I play in a very structured manner. Monday nights. That's it. If I have free time outside of that, I will potentially play, but that's only because right now I'm not we're not super busy with new launches. Once the War Within hits, I'm super focused on new content there. Star Wars Outlaws, new content. Space Marine 2, new content. And so this will definitely drift back to the back as only a Monday night thing. So that's how I play games. Everything is very structured and has its place. I have main games that I stream during that 3-hour slot at 11 a.m. And then outside of that, I usually have 1 or 2 other things that I'm playing on the side, whether it's a first impressions video, a review of something I'm trying out, along the way. But I've done so much of this that I don't need to do lots of it anymore. But that's how I do it. So like War Within for me, Wednesday nights and Saturday nights. Like I play World of Warcraft on a very structured schedule, 3 hours each session. That's it. 2 sessions a week. This week coming up, I will actually it's this week. I will play more World of Warcraft than I normally do because the new expansion drops, and so I will play it as a main. I'll play it Thursday night when it goes live because I have Epic Edition, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday I will mainstream it during the day. But then as soon as the 27th hits, I skip to Star Wars Outlaws, and World of Warcraft becomes only Wednesdays and Saturdays on the evenings. So. But that's just how I play. I do everything very structured. It also keeps me from burning out that way. It's very rare for me to suffer burnout. Honestly, I don't really think that I've ever had real burnout. I've had days, after I've been going hard for like 3 or 4 months and I've been doing like 16-hour days every day. There usually is a time where I'm like, you know what? I'm going to take a day where I just do one stream and no videos, and then I just sleep all day. And as I've gotten older, that doesn't work as effectively as it used to. But I do avoid burnout by I try to rotate 2 or 3 things at a time. But not everybody does that. Some people only want to play one game and main one game at a time. Nothing wrong with that. And then it becomes a struggle because it's like, damn it, I only have limited time to play one game. So my brother's a really good example. My brother loves to game, and he cannot game hardly ever because he has a cattle ranch and 2 kids, and they are super busy, and they have rodeo and 4-H club and camping and all sorts of stuff with the kids. And so his time is very limited in terms of gaming, usually only in the winter. But he sends me a WhatsApp message 2 days ago. And they got moved in June, and they're starting to settle in their new home. And he pulled the Xbox Series X that he just got right before they moved. Got a brand new 50-inch 4K TV, plugged it in. He's got Game Pass. Jedi Survivor's on Game Pass. He hadn't played it yet. He played Jedi Fallen Order the first time. He starts playing Jedi Survivor, and all of a sudden I get this barrage of every morning now for the past 3 mornings. I've been getting a barrage of text messages and voice messages from my brother because he is absolutely loving Jedi Survivor. And it's awesome because Jedi Survivor is a great, great game. But he's only probably going to play... We already joked about it. He's like, it's going to take me 6 months to beat this game. And it's only like a 40-hour game. But because of how little he gets to play during summertime, it does take him. Red Dead Redemption 2, I think, took him almost a year. Because he's just, he doesn't get the game that often. Mike Weber says, sounds awesome. Just got into LOTRO. Found you from looking for info. Awesome. Yeah, I've got I have a playlist that's about 4 years old that has 250 plus videos in it. I've got a lot of guides for the different classes, and there's an ultimate beginner's guide. I know you've seen some of it. There's a ton of stuff. Some of it's a little outdated because I haven't done any updates for the past 1.5 years or so, but I also, similar to Lord of the Rings Online, I've played Star Wars: New Republic since launch. So yes, Ed Munster, I have a huge Star Wars: New Republic playlist on my channel. I played last year, January, February, March, something like that was the last time I played Star Wars: New Republic. But I've not played this year. That was last year, right? Early this year? Early? No, it was last year. Yes, it was last year. For like 3 months or something. I've got characters. I've done like the Smuggler 3 times, I think. Jedi Sentinel twice. The Jedi, Jedi Guardian, Jedi Knight storyline I've done 3 times now. Mercenary storyline I've done twice. I think the only storyline I haven't done is the the Sith Assassins. It's not the assassin, sorry. It's the Sith Sorcerer, which is part of the. I forget the name of that class archetype. It's the Sith Inquisitor, isn't it? That leads to the Sith Sorcerer. That's the storyline I haven't finished. I was midway through that when I moved on to other things last year because my 3-month block subscription ran out, and I was like, I've done my 3 months. I'm ready to move on to other things. I have one main character who's level capped in Star Wars Republic, which is my Jedi Guardian from years ago, and that's the one I usually go through and play. Like once every year and a half or so, I'll jump into Star Wars Republic and play whatever I haven't played back up to the new cap, and then I go away again for a year and a half and come back again. So yes, I do love Star Wars Republic. There is a big Star Wars Republic playlist. Matter of fact, if you go to my main page on YouTube, I think one of the top most viewed videos. I'm gonna go look now. Pretty sure it's my class guide for I gotta bend over because this keyboard's down here now. Let me double check this. I'm pretty sure it's my best class to solo or whatever guide. Yeah, it's my number 2 most popular video with 95,000 views. It's my ultimate Star Wars Republic gameplay guide for 2023. So that was last year. And that is the which class should I play video. So yeah, I've done a little bit of Star Wars Republic, just a little. And then I have another one, best solo class in Star Wars Republic for 2023. So about a year and a half ago is when I did those guides. So great game. I also wish that one had controller support because damn would it be cool if it did. Yeah, the Inquisitor, that's the one I'm thinking of.
Very good.
The Imperial
This
Agent,
poor meat should help carry
like as
Mossward
much as I
through
love the
some of
Smuggler,
coldest winter months.
the Imperial Agent is like James Bond in space. It's so much fun. That's all I'm gonna say. It's like James Bond in space, man. You're like romancing chicks and flying around the galaxy working for the government. It's as a spy. It's a lot of fun, man. Alright. I'd rather deal with the threat of Uruk warbands loose in the Swan Fleet than present my wife with another one of my brand new ideas. I think I'll stick to guarding the town. Autumn doesn't last. Okay. What do we have here still, quest-wise? Is that quest still, like, silver over here? Oh, you know what? I can also use my potions now. Let me unbox that. Oops. B is for bags, just not in this game. Okay, let's, I don't care. Let's pop these for a minute. Tome of Defense. 10% run speed buff for 6 hours. Morale buff for 6 hours. Attack damage buff for 6 hours. All the presents. Dismount. I don't care about that horse.
I am not surprised there are orcs crawling throughout Tharbod.
We can deal with orcs, as we have before, but the Uruks of the White Hand seem different to me. Thank you for easing my mind with these scouting missions. I'm going to go with the agility one. By the way, where can I spend... I haven't seen anywhere to spend these coins yet. Alright. We have breadcrumb quests, everybody. Let's check these out. We should probably follow the the prologue quest. That's Langarin. That's over there. Let's untrack that one. This is Cleor, and then I know the stable master we need to take to Cleor for the main quest. Let's take the scenic route, everybody. Check out this beautiful area. Ripnator says the Imperial agent has my favorite of those characters. Has the favorite companion. Cleor Janus. I don't know, man. Bodwar is pretty badass for the smuggler. I can't do Wookiees right now. My voice is trashed, guys. That was a horrific attempt. Somebody please don't clip that. If you clip that, you're an asshole. My wounded Wookiee. Oh no. Sounded like a Murloc. Never go full Wookiee, it only hurts everybody. It's fair. What time is it? I do have a meeting with Rainey tonight in about an hour to go over War Within crafting. Rainey is one of our guild captains, and she's going to be taking charge of the crafting division for the World of Warcraft War Within expansion. Look at that view over. Look at the waterfalls, guys. What is that view towards? Cleor. Look at that. First person mode, guys. Check that shit out. For a 17-year-old game, this looks, I mean, yeah, it's got older assets, but it's still, they've done a good job, guys. Obviously, this is the newest of the starting areas, but not like the quest lines they put here is, you know, new stuff is what I'm getting at. But this is one of the newer areas of Region that was built after the base game. But I don't know if they added this specifically. I'm assuming they added this specifically to Region when they added this starting area, because they've done a good job at like blending stuff in over the years. This is the village of Cleor, home to the stewards. Briellen Windbunch eyes the well-worn old boot you carry with some interest. She's got a ruddy cheek, ruddy complexion. Geralt lost the boot.
That is an interesting artifact you carry. It must have quite a story, I imagine.
You tell Briellen Windbush about Geralt's complicated feelings about the boot and about Wenna's belief that it remains her husband's favorite. It probably is Oliver. Probably because it's like a newer starting area. But I can't confirm that because I haven't been paying attention. Like I'm not crafting with this character, so I don't have crafting gear to compare. I'm just taking quest gear because I'm only here for the story. Like, I won't be doing crafting. She produces a pretty flower from somewhere in her person, scoops up a handful of earth and puts it inside the well-worn boot. You bring this to our former adventurer's wife and tell her that her husband asked for the stewards to craft this delightful little planter. Might not be the most honest of solutions, but I think in that way everyone might be made happy. And that's pretty good too, wouldn't you say? That is a cool ending to a quest, by the way. We're not quite done. We have to take it back. But that's a cool little story. I'm gonna hold off on that. We're gonna take the horse back.
Hello there.
Mossward. We'll swift travel this time. Turn in the old shoe. I love the lampposts. I wonder what they look like when they're lit up at night. Here you go, Wenna.
What is this? Oh, what a beautiful gift.
What a beautiful gift. Oh my Geralt, what a dear man he is. I simply must have Scotty fashion a replacement boot in this exact style for my dear Geralt. Alright, now I gotta go back and talk to him again. Geralt, my man.
How did it go? Did you manage to get rid of that boot?
Well, we found a way to do it. Wait, did you say anniversary? Fortunate indeed you came to Mossward, Telma. I'd quite forgotten that was coming up. Nice. I'm going to take the Earring of Agility. We'll definitely take that. More agility is better. Alright. Back down the road. However, can we go to Mickle Delving from here? We'll be right back, everybody. We're going to make a side trip to Mickle Delving really quick, because we can fast travel there, and then I can just recall back if I can't fast travel back. There's a reason we're going here. So, I have River Hobbit Quest. A Hobbit's Home from Home. Talk to Mayor Will Whitfoot outside of the town hall in Mickle Delving. And I'm going to get a set of cosmetic gear for my River Hobbit. And a title called Telemar Creek Hopper. Definitely going to do that so we can get some cool looking little cosmetic gear for our guy. This is the Shire. For those of you who've never played, I have a video from a couple years ago called How the Shire is my favorite starting zone of all time. If you are a first-time player playing Lord of the Rings Online for the first time, please create a Hobbit. Even if it's just for fun, the Shire is like the coolest starting era you will ever play. It's just like in the books. It's such a cool place. It's people, like, look at this. This dude's running around in a fishing gear. Where did he go? Come back. He's running around in fishing gear because he's probably been out fishing somewhere. He's got his cosmetic gear decked out. He's in the he's just fishing in the Shire, man. Dima says, started playing LOTRO because of your videos. Awesome, very much. Thank you very much. Ideology says a new tune. I love the River Hobbits. I have been enjoying the starting area quite well.
Hello there.
I want all this. Okay. Are you a visitor to the Shire? It's my duty and pleasure to welcome to our great county then. Country, sorry. Well, what for a Shire? You introduce yourself, he bows in turn. You tell him of your home, saying that it lies beyond the misty mountains, and that your long journey through countless lands led you to the village of Mossward in Swanfleet, which is where we're currently questing. It was there you met Fridolin Took, who told me to come here. It would be Fridolin, wouldn't it? It's always a Took. Well, I, for one, am glad you've come to visit us. If you and your kin are indeed distant cousins of ours, then I say you are kin of mine. You're welcome to remain in the Shire for as long as you wish, Telemar. There are many fine towns and villages here. I would suggest that you visit them all. Finish now, just because I want the cosmetics. Okay, cosmetic outfits. Outfit 1. Bloop. Oh, that's the dress. I don't want the dress. I want the breastplate. I want the legs, and technically we could wear the shoes, but I'm a hobbit. Like, it makes no sense to wear shoes, right? But he does have a cool pair of boots that come with this. And these are the... Wait, those are shoulder pads. Never mind. Not the boots. But I do have a pair of boots, which are the padded shoes. Or hang on, are those part of the... Oh, they cover up the brown part. I see. I see how that works. Okay. Well, let's turn off the gloves. Turn off the boots. We need to be barefooted. And we're going to start wearing outfit 1. Let's get off my horse. Take a look. I am now a proper little river hobbit lad. Out in the Shire. Dude, the dwarves are a lot of fun too, Edmunster. Thorin's Hall is a great starting area. That whole Gondolin quest... Not Gondolin. What is the hell is the name of that quest line up in here? Gondomon. All the questing around Noglon and Gondomon and going down into Sarnor as a dwarf. Like, all of these quests... This is a great starting area. Obviously, the elves do here Arid Luin as well. But I find it to be... It's a more... I feel like it's a more fluid adventure when you do it as a dwarf, because it's just so much fun going from up here and down through, and I like dwarves, man. Sire is a great zone. It is. Edmunster's a Hobbit Minstrel. It's a good choice. I've had the most fun with my Hobbit Minstrel, and I have an old Elven Minstrel as well, but my Hobbit Minstrel is my favorite. Alright, now we need to go back to Mossward. I don't know if we can fast travel back. We will find out. Oh, somebody sent me goodies. Somebody sent me some stabbity stabs. Thank you, Sinea, for the stabbity stabs. I'm not sure who you are in chat, but thank you very much. I will happily go forth and stab monsters with these. What do they look like? Would they even look like proper stabbers? Alright. What's up, Disorderly Andy? We got a remote quest? Is that the... Ah, it's the seasonal. I don't care about the seasonal. Go away. Leave me alone. Village in the sky. Alright, that's all the stuff for Cleor. Alright, let's see if we can go back to Mossward. Chow down on the spam, sir.
A lovely day, isn't it?
Chow down. We can swift travel back. I think they may have added... I don't actually think you can be a female. Can you be a female dwarf? I've never even tried, to be honest with you. Go try one and see, Edmunster. I can't remember. I don't really remember or not, if that's a thing. Alright, we need to go back to...
Hello there.
Just as in the lore, which is, I think that's the reason they don't give you a female, because they just make it assume that every dwarf you create could be male or female. You can't tell them apart. Therefore, why make a female dwarf when all of them could just as easily be females? That's the best part about it. Where were we going? Kelger. Swift travel. Yeah, the stout dwarves. I think they added those a couple years ago. Yep, it is. You do need a sub to play VIP, just like you do on any other MMORPG that has progression servers or VIP legendary servers. Alright, this is the prologue turn-in.
Welcome to Cleor. Finest of the villages to be found in the Stourvales.
What's the reason for your visit? You explained that the village of Mossward was recently attacked by a raiding party consisting of goblins and uruks, and the ranger Meneldir fears other similar bands may endanger the villages of the Stourvales. Oh my! Are you certain? It's 17 years old, Pescado.
must be told of this.
Okay, go up the path to the south and talk to the mayor. Dude, I love these little homes built into the side of the rock here. Look at the tiered structure of this. And up there, I'm gonna go into first person mode. Let's run back a bit, guys. I want to get a bit of a better view here. So there's the butcher shop. We got a nice little pond down here. They're set back into the walls of the cliff here, and they've got waterfalls up over in here. Look at the hobbits dancing over there on the hill. We got giant sunflower plants over here, building right into the rock wall. Remember, we're at the, you know, we're at this point in a completely different area from the Shire. Really cool. The Stewards. Alright, she said south, which is up here. Somewhere. Is there a path? Look at the stable master's hat, guys. I gotta get one of those hats. Dude, I gotta get me one of those hats. I love his, look at his shirt, how it's all untucked and unbuttoned and his guts just hanging out. That's my kind of stable master, man. Yeah, there's combat. We did some earlier. It's just tab-based, old school. You know, you get a few abilities that you hit. It's a lot like World of Warcraft Classic in that regard, or like old school EverQuest 2 or something. Star Wars: The Old Republic, maybe a little bit. Favorite race in WoW? Night Elf. For sure. Night Elf or Dwarves.
What's that? Goblins and Uruks?
Ordinarily, I would say you're spinning tall tales and soon you're on your way without supper. There was a good deal of excitement the night a few hours passed and some of our hunters were sent out and never came back. For the Alliance, 100%. I don't play Horde specifically because the Horde is ugly. Trolls and, you know, orcs and goblins? Ew. No, man. I'm even more concerned that without the meat they were supposed to bring back, our food stock will be thinner than planned. Bring back some choice cuts of meat from the beasts of the store vales, and then bring them to our butcher. Well, Blood Elves, technically yes, but they were added much later, so it wasn't like they were available at launch, so I can make that statement. Blood Elves are, and also I love the High Mountain Taurens and the little fox race. The little fox race is super cute. I really, if I didn't have so many damn hunters already, I would probably have one of those little fox creatures be a hunter. Yeah, I could dig it. I've got a High Mountain Tauren shaman that I want to make at some point down the road. Alright, we've got so many quests to pick up in and around this area, and we have other quests to turn in. I should probably change my bind point to here. Although, no, because the fast travel is to Mossward, so I'll stay there.
Oh, hello there.
Search for the missing arrow. Look at the little mill, guys. Check out the mill. I fell in the water. Fuck! Alright, I'm loving the mill. When is the game set chronologically? It follows the Fellowship of the Ring. It follows the books. So it's set during the Fellowship, Two Towers, Return of the King. That's the main story of this game. So the first, I think, 12 or 13 years of the game's existence, everything they did was following the Fellowship of the Ring through to Mordor. Then they got to Mordor a few years ago, and they've since been like adding new content, like by mining the appendices and going back and doing content about the dwarves from 500 years ago and different bits and pieces from the appendices lore. But the main chunk of the game, like if you were to play a character from start to finish, if you follow the book quests, which is the prologue stuff, the prologue, chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, then you get into book 1. Eventually book 1, you know, you're following along in the footsteps, you're meeting Strider, Gandalf. You're following them through to Weathertop. You're following them down to Rivendell. You're going into the Misty Mountains. You're following them down to Eregion and into Moria. You're always sort of behind them in the journey, and or working off on the side. Like there's some quests you do in Mirkwood, outside of Mirkwood, where you're like working with the Dunedain. They're riding down to meet Aragorn and the Paths of the Dead and all that stuff, and you're working with them as they're working their way down. So there's lots of, if you've read the books, it's all about the books. So everything from the books, we talked about this in a different video, every single location from the books, you can go to in this game. 100%. Anything you read about from the Fellowship of the Ring, the Two Towers, or the Return of the King, you can find on this map and go to. Now, outside of that, not so much, because they don't have the rights to do that stuff. So they have to work within the boundaries of what they have the rights to make. But Eriador, which is all the Shire, everything west of the Misty Mountains. And then you get into everything east of the Misty Mountains, which is Rovanion, which is Mirkwood and the Iron Hills and Lake Town and all that stuff. Then there's Rohan, and then there's Gondor, and then there's Mordor. Hardwaith, which is something they've added post. Rune stuff. So, I mean, lots of stuff you can go see and do in this. Currently reading Lord of the Rings for the first time since New Victorious. It's a big read. Yes, Pescado, your character's always kind of following the main story, but slightly behind. There are some instances, like I can't remember where it is in the storyline, but at some point when you're in Lothlorien, and it's been a while, but at some point you're going to work your way down the Great River, and you're following, and you're going to do this flashback sequence. It's part of the main book quest, so if you're following the main storyline, you'll eventually get there. But you actually end up doing these these flashback sequences where you're playing the part of, like, you're there with Boromir and Merry and Pippin at the moment when Boromir fights the orcs off, takes the arrows, and dies, and Merry and Pippin get carried off by the orcs. Like, you'll be there for that. You'll be there when Boromir goes after Frodo. Like, there are moments where you can do these flashback sequences where you can play those moments out. But outside of those moments, your main character is always like following in the footsteps of, just behind or working to the side of. You will interact with them a lot, especially around Rivendell, and then later on as well. Would I recommend using a shader for what? Dex ass. I have no idea what you're referring to. Shader for Lord of the Rings Online? No frame of reference for whatever you're talking about. Anyway, love the mill. Really cool. What quest is down here? Dridwin.
Hello there. You look like the adventurous
She wants me to
sort.
go explore waterfalls. That's going to be fun. Look at the little details here, like the fish drying out in the sun. Fish net here. They've been mending it. Got some hobbits fishing here. I know I've got some more quests to pick up around here. Oh, I hear some angry bees somewhere. Yeah, I'm a big fan of having different ways to do the mediums as well, Victorious. Like,
I haven't any for you.
I very much have the Brandon Sanderson approach to adaptations, which is adaptations should always be different than the source material. I don't want to watch the same thing. I do want to see something that's rooted in. That's why I like, Peter Jackson's films, I feel, are the perfect example of, like, they are perfect to me. They have moments where they don't follow the books, but they don't need to follow the books, and they shouldn't. Like, for the modern viewer, my wife is a perfect example. She's never read the books. She only knows Lord of the Rings through Peter Jackson's films, specifically the extended editions, because she got introduced to them through me, and I don't watch the theatrical bullshit. I only watch the extended editions. And she asks, it's like become our Christmas tradition. If I don't recommend it, she asks. I think we've watched them together now 8 or 9 times over the years. And she only knows the films and loves the films. And I appreciate what Peter Jackson did, because people like my wife would not have appreciated a direct Lord of the Rings 100% true adaptation. Like, it wouldn't work. There's a reason why, as an example, Galadriel in the films, not Galadriel, sorry. There's a reason Glorfindel isn't there at the ford in the films, because for a viewer to watch a show, to get the audience who's never read the books, you need a romantic interest. You need romance. There has to be a love story that's integral to the series for it to work, because no one wants to go see a movie that's just about a bunch of dudes going off on this journey, because that's what it is, a bunch of dudes, 9 dudes in the Fellowship. Like, you're not going to get the female audience members to go. You're not going to get the people who want romance to go. You're not going to get the people who want more than just men going to war. Like, the only people who want to read men going to war is the hardcore, diehard Tolkien fanatics. The rest of the viewership, people like my wife, people like Mickey Knox in chat, who has never read the books, those people want to see a more streamlined approach. There needs to be some romance in there. There needs to be some, more action than there might normally be. There's movie making, and then there's books. Like, there's 2 different mediums, and there's 2 different storytelling arts happening there. Same thing with the series. Like, Rings of Power is doing something completely different to what Peter Jackson's films did, and that's great because it's a different medium. Radio drama, different medium. Comic book, different medium. You only have 60 pages to work with. Like, you have to figure out you're going to get all that down on page, So I think that it's very good to have different adaptations doing different things, because at the end of the day, everything brings people back to the source material. And that's the only thing that's important, is the source material. Like, as long as we're getting people that are familiar with Middle-earth and Lord of the Rings, who gives a shit how the movie was made, how the show was made, how the comic book was done? It doesn't have to be 100% lore accurate. Change my mind. Good luck. Brandon Sanderson had some really good chats about adaptations when the Wheel of Time season hit Amazon, because there were so many people who were like, oh my god, they made changes. Same thing with Rings of Power. But Rings of Power isn't based on anything. Like, they don't have the rights to the Silmarillion, so it's good. That's fun to navigate. We need the weekly meat order.
A floating village, you say? Well, I did say that to Mal last we spoke, I suppose.
Alright. Hey! Over here!
Hello there. Don't mind me. I've only lost the best spot to read my books.
Oh, so we gotta find her book and defeat the ruffians who were keeping her from having a cool place to read her books. Alright, what else we got down in here?
A fine day to ya.
What are you? Is this somebody taking a nap? Oh, she's like down in the grass. Alright, this is to tell the kids to come back to eat. I got it.
Hello there.
Okay, I don't think there's any more quests to grab in this area. I could be wrong, but we have, we're loaded with, like, if you look behind my big ass head, like, this is just all quests. We have so much to do. But I'm 3 hours in, which means I've done 6 hours of streaming today, and my voice needs a break, everybody. So, let's talk some maintenance for tomorrow. for those of you who are going to be around. We will be doing our stream at the normal time. Tomorrow we're going to be doing No Man's Sky. I'll probably start a little earlier tomorrow, probably around 10 a.m. Central. We'll see. And then at, I believe, noon Central, if I'm not mistaken, is when Gamescom coverage starts. So the idea tomorrow morning is we're going to be doing some No Man's Sky in the earlier parts of the stream, and then we're going to roll over to watch the Game Awards YouTube channel, and we're just going to watch, and then I'll start cutting reaction videos out of that, because we're supposed to get during the opening sessions, we're going to get Dune Awakening footage for the first time. There's supposed to be a 30-minute gameplay segment somewhere in there. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, Avowed, Dragon Age the Veilguard, Shattered Space DLC. Like, there's a whole bunch of stuff. So yeah. Rimner says, do I have to roll over? Could I just flop on in? What do you mean? So anyway, we'll be going live tomorrow. Normal time, possibly a little bit earlier. We'll be live on YouTube and Twitch, so hopefully we'll see you there. Thanks to everybody for tuning in tonight. If I missed anybody who subscribed or did a membership to YouTube supporting, I know BHD Vibes subscribed earlier on Twitch. Thank you very much. I think I mentioned that one, so I appreciate. All right, guys, this will get cut out. These will get turned into 30-minute episodes as a playlist on YouTube. So if you're watching this on Twitch right now and you didn't get a chance to watch the whole stream, don't stress. You can either watch the playback or you can check out YouTube where it gets split into 30-minute episodes for the Let's Play series. I play a lot of games. It's a variety channel. So check them all out. We got a busy, busy, busy schedule ahead of us. Rolling from No Man's Sky into The War Within, from The War Within to Star Wars Outlaws, from there to Space Marine 2, and then all the games I just talked about for the next few months. We got a busy, busy, busy 2024 fall and winter. Thanks for following along, everybody. Next LOTRO stream will be Monday night next week, 6 p.m. Central Time on YouTube and Twitch. Daily streams 11 a.m.